The older Lithuanian Christmas customs and traditions reflect the rural lifestyle of most Lithuanians of that time. Lithuanians lived on small family farms, grew their own crops, raised their own livestock. What they did and what they ate was intimately tied to the cycle of seasons and to the products of their own labor. It is also well to remember that Lithuania is situated in northern Europe, and during Christmas it is in the grip of a cold winter. The ground is covered with snow, lakes and rivers are frozen. All nature seems to be in a deep sleep, except for evergreen fir and pine trees. The preparations for Christmas start early on the morning of Christmas Eve. The house was cleaned thoroughly, all bed linens were changed, food was prepared several days in advance, the livestock was tended to, water was heated, and everyone bathed and dressed with clean clothes. Family members who were away made every effort to come home. To commemorate baby Jesus in the manger, a handful of fine hay was spread evenly on top of the supper table before covering it with a white tablecloth. The table was then set with plates and decorated with small fir tree branches and candles. A plate of Christmas wafers was placed in the center. An extra plate was set for any family member who was able to come or had died in the past year. A small candle was placed on the plate and was lit during the meal. It was believed that the spirit of the departed joined the family at the table on this sacred evening. Supper started when the sun went down and the first stars appeared in the sky. When everyone was assembled by the table, the head of the family said a prayer of thanksgiving for the blessings of the past year and added a wish that the family would stay together and be present at next year's Christmas Eve supper. Then he or she broke and shared the Christmas wafer with everyone present and wished them a Merry Christmas. And they, in turn, shared their wafer with each other and exchanged Christmas wishes. Now it was time to eat. The meal served on Christmas Eve did not include meat, milk products, or eggs. Even so, the meal was memorable. It consisted of 12 dishes, one for each apostle. Typical dishes that were used were beet soup, mushroom-filled dumplings, herring and other fish, bread, boiled or baked potatoes, cooked sauerkraut, mushrooms, diced hard biscuits with poppy seed, cranberry pudding, and whole wheat with honey. Food was washed down with homemade apple cider. The meal was eaten leisurely and solemnly. Everyone was expected to eat some of each dish served. It was considered unlucky to skip a dish. Leaving the table before everyone was finished eating was also considered unlucky. When evening stopped, the mood lightened and diners turned to old legends and to thoughts about the coming year. This was a very special night, and on some nights extraordinary things were thought to be possible. Children were told that at one mystic moment that evening, the water in the well would turn to wine, and the animals in the stable would speak like humans. Marriageable daughters would go outside and bring in kindling wood to be counted, even number indicating a marriage in the coming year. Straws of various lengths were placed under the tablecloth and drawn to predict the length of one's life or the length of one single life in the case of a young family member. A clear and starry sky on Christmas Eve was thought to portend a good year. The custom of cutting a small fir tree and bringing it home to decorate for Christmas was brought to Lithuania from Germany after World War I. Santa Claus, referred to as the Old Man of Christmas, and the giving of presents became a part of Lithuanian Christmas about the same time. These practices were first adopted by people in the cities and then slowly spread to the rural areas. Santa Claus brought presents only for children, who were required to earn them by performing an act for everyone. They had to perform whatever they were able, recite a poem, sing a song, do a dance, or play an instrument. The use of evergreens as decorations on festive tables is a very old custom, however, predating Christianity, especially in the colder climates of Northern Europe, where during winter all plants and trees except for fir and pine die back and seem to go into a deep sleep. Evergreens, however, held a special place in the imaginations of people. Because they were green all year, they were believed to have magical powers of life and fertility. To say Merry Christmas in Lithuanian is Linksmų Kalėdų. We wish you all a very Linksmų Kalėdų from the Ethnic Heritage Museum.